Hey, it's just Forsaken, tucked in behind this Viper wall, but he gets flushed out. Francis reads it, finds a headshot. There's that first Bloodbound.
That's already good prep being shown here by NONGSHIM. That's a spot that PRX likes to tuck into.
Invy, clean one tap. Francis now on the floor, back into a 4v4. Ghosts pretty much across the board here for PRX. A little bit more oomph behind this. See if they can find their targets. So is Ivy looking for a timing. Gets caught off guard. Not ready for something. Just jump, plant his feet, and find the headshot. Suddenly, NONGSHIM reeling a bit here in the pistol. The barrel for the slide across. Invy gonna get caught onto Dambi. Finds that kill. The shutdown RB. Trying to cut
on the global stage. Coming over to PRX and making the most of it to start. Knife out, no problem. Little bit of a jump, a land. And a clean shot.
Themselves on one of the biggest stages that we have to offer. As here's the judge around the corner. Something give Demi a little bit of his own medicine, but they return fire with these bandits in hand. It's looking damn clean.
This is something that a lot of teams have been leaning into recently. Forsaken finds one on the back.
It's a kill on Xross. Ivy, however, this time a lot cleaner with the Sheriff. As Francis trying to get himself tucked in behind the bricks, and I don't think it's gonna matter too much because Forsaken has his knife out. Claims the kill, and NONGSHIM, barring Jinggg, pulling a rabbit out of the hat. They're gonna be tying things up 1-1. Paranoia to connect on the no one to the stage here in Santiago. Get a trade back on some of these thrifties. Xross, however, some different ideas. Able to find two before getting taken down. Dambi just gonna be collecting that weapon. Francis looking for an angle with that outlaw. Slow walk down. Jinggg, hearing the swap of the weapon, swings the corner, and Ivy will have him dead. Something in the divide, trying to see if they can get a bit more damage in. Not pull off the clutch itself.
Gonna be tough with that outlaw there for Francis. He's gonna have a great angle. No matter which direction they end up coming from.
First hurdle going to be Dambi. Sat here, center sight. Bottom of hut with Dambi on the swing. Takes his head clean off. And suddenly, you have to start wondering, is it possible? Can they do it? Dambi, he says yes. Finds the one. Drop down. Has the read! And he has really know what to expect given that they've never played against each other, but something now that judge again in hand, able to find the shutdown on the Dambi. Being cycled forward into mid might give PRX a bit of an idea of what the game plan is here as Francis is gonna get caught. Anticipating that second layer, but also NONGSHIM very slow to try to scale in towards his A site. And on the approach that they're taking, something's gonna happen. He's got that judge in hand.
Yeah, he just needs to play it safe. He's got, again, that vice util as well. Just kind of give him a little bit of help. As soon as the wall is going to be popped here, Dambi's already in place to help. Thorns there, judge at the ready.
It seems like this little back and forth will be coming to an end here. Something greets them at the door. RB to fall. We'll continue to utilize that weapon, trying to lock off that yard position, make it unassailable. Something at the same time, trying to hold the line here on this A site, but has to refract back over to safety. Reads the position of Ivy well, just trying to see if he can get a straight tap in, but won't be able to make it happen. The poison orb set up. RB now just spraying and praying. Seal Garden just to take away what few weapons they do have in hand. Ivy tucks back away from that one RB. Trying to TP out. Is now the convergent pass as well going to be layered in. Something on the entry, up and over, but loses out on multiple plays.
Invy's been shifted over. The dimensional drift is going to maybe give away his position. Actually, they're checking main. They know that PRX likes to be aggressive there.
They get the spot. Oh, exit, and something is so damn ready for it. Immediately shuts him down with that shorty. Looking for the peek, but Jinggg already claiming the kill on Xross. Looking for the flick. Ivy able to find something, but Jinggg is there for the trade back. Suddenly a two-player advantage. As RB halted in his tracks, needing to try to find some value, but Forsaken just swings out, takes the fight, and takes his life. Be a massive shove through the connector into B. But Jinggg might be able to find a timing to get in behind. We'll send it to Paranoia, so they're going to be aware of the Omen's position. Slide forward, Dambi looking for that kill, unable to spot it, but does note the two players. Up around over on that elbow, the swing out, and Dambi collecting both. Divide Forsaken both going to be eliminated. Jinggg now here at heaven. And able to find the one, something still working his way all the way through B main. He's playing with an operator, and now the pit is placed.
This should be unassailable for PRX.
Slow creep forward. Xross dead. The Nightfall available and immediately invested invy. Feels like they have a solid chance to be able to take this one. As there's a spot out in Ivy. Caught! The pin now gone. RB dead and Dambi recovering from the decay. Has 3 players to try to clear, but invy!
Here in the playoffs, they're going to go pushing.
Trying to bait with that Prowler, allowing it to come in.
Very deep playbook. And now with that wall popped, they're going to have a couple players here in place. The Thorns to open this up.
Looking for that timing. Divide swinging forward, will be overwhelmed. Shot connecting, but not getting the elimination. Now the overdrive in play, and Dambi's able to find invy. Player advantage here in the hands of NONGSHIM. Looking to get full, actually 3-player wrap, at least a 2. Go towards A main, RB. About to find out though that Forsaken is scaled.
He's got a pit if he gets in deep enough.
Given where the players are playing, he could just, walk forward, but does still have that spike and belt, but the TP up on top of Hut. Dambi is there, in position, finds the punish. Looking for the slide down, a bite, layered in. Ivy just trying to delay as much as humanly possible the slide, and Dambi just going to be a hair off, and now Forsaken into a 1v1, or rather something into a 1v1. Forsaken does fall, but the time is just not going to be there, so he has to make his exit, backing away. Ivy looking for the kill, won't be able to find it. He will go down to this spike, but NONGSHIM.
Seeing anything, so.
He's about to see Ivy. Looking for the flick down, and Ivy, lucky to be alive. He's anticipating this re-peek, and he wins it out. A critical find for him, but Divide at the same time, able to find Dambi back over on the B side. Francis forward, tucked into the coming Prowler. The chase does get cleared. And RB dead as he tries to TP over to get the spike planted, but the return fire looking decent, but invy! Ooh, was looking excellent for a brief little moment. Once again, Ivy here in that 1v1, but
do some real damage. Jinggg, no ult available. He's gonna have to hoof it on foot. Does have the paranoia. So if he can find Ivy out, could find an opportunity to use that ability to shut this one down. Ivy gonna tuck in towards elbow though. Try to play off the taps of the spikes, it looks like.
Still does have that bite. Obviously would give away his position once he lobs it through. Smoke now in. Jinggg able to hold this one up to half. He's gonna try to just stick it. Ivy!
Leaning in this direction.
Looking for that pass hit yet again. Paranoia connecting on the Forsaken. Dambi sliding forward. Able to find invy. Turns back in. Francis will fall, but Dambi collects a second elimination. Divide. Not gonna be able to shut him down this time. Dambi maybe starting to find his footing, coming alive here on the stage. Pit now gonna be invested as well. As NONGSHIM know how desperately they need this final round of the half. Dambi gonna be able to find himself a 4th. Something dead, now it's all on
out the hard way. Drifting up.
About to have that contact. He's good for the first, looking for that second, but Dambi just continues to slide across, dragging the attention, dragging that crosshair. Well, Xross under some fire, the swing coming in Dambi. On the approach around the back. Xross gets a read of it though, turns back! Facing forward, finding himself a 3rd. Now suddenly it's Jinggg, the 1v3, the quick fade away. Dambi dead on the floor, Ghost recovered. Jinggg trying to make a go of this one, but RB takes him down to 14. The spike now collected. Ivy still on the approach. The swing around the back, and Jinggg just no idea where RB has gotten off to. Will just swoop forward. It's confirmation now that the paranoia goes flying. He's able to back away. Forsaken on the scale forward, catching Ivy completely off guard, and that A site is wide open. Dambi not able to find invy. He holds his own for one. Backpedals, shifting over to the side, but still is in for the fight. Turns the flash, looks for a little bit more. Won't be able to come up with the goods. Man will recover now into the hands of Francis. Divide's position going to be noted here in mid, but something. Soul to try to play him in. Keep him tucked away. Keep him a mystery. TP forward. He now strikes. The blind there on Francis. He finds a second. Looks for the 3rd. Xross has managed to shut him down. Comes up with another. And Francis pushed forward. It's Forsaken on that late lurk. Wanted to reopen that A side of the map, potentially go for the pivot, but now there is no further recourse. They have to push forward. They have to try to get the plant down here on this B site. Refract out with the flood in from NONGSHIM. They're going to pull off the retake as Jinggg, however, on the swing, finds himself a second. They feel they have earned the space to open up with it. Jinggg, however, getting tagged low, as is something. Refracts all the way out, but Jinggg is pushing forward, quickly dispatches Dambi. Bandit yet again doing wonders, but he cannot steady the spray to find RB. Ends up being that one.
I wouldn't have minded seeing Jinggg TP out of that spot there, but Snakebite at least going to force Ivy back. Something, though, getting lit up on the way in. The rest of the team hasn't been able to join him, so Xross tucked in the corner.
Peek out, and Francis able to find invy from on high. Device still going to be good with the Sheriff. Cleans up one, but needs a hell of a lot more. And at the moment, he is completely boxed in, now flushed out.
30 seconds left.
Something good for the one kill, but Ivy. Dambi turning back over towards man and Xross. Taking that first fight, something going to fall. And Xross finds the double up. Invy now dead. He gets 4!
Solid on that A site. Xross just not giving him anything. Oh my God.
PRX wanting to up the pace. He's been slow going these last several rounds. They're going to try to change it up a little bit. And Dambi does get tagged down low. Blind shots from something, putting him down to 30. Well, RB caught on timing. Forsaken able to find him this time around. Cleans up the kill, but already NONGSHIM getting their forces in position to hold the line here on this A side. But Dambi now going to be traded out. Player advantage at the moment. Over to the side of PRX. Forsaken expounds upon that, finding Ivy. Now it's just Francis and Xross. Trying to see if they can take this up to 11.
It's a great scramble recovery here from PRX. Really good use of their util to close off that A-link angle, using the Thorns and the Poison Cloud.
Forward into the smoke, the shorty, looking for a target, but now Xross all alone. The swing out, Forsaken has
Francis.
Trying to. And he's just gonna take a straight shot through the wall! Something dead! RB! Filling space forward into the smoke, eventually will be fished out of it, but my goodness. What an opening kill from Francis. And everything that PRX had in mind for this round immediately has been squashed.
Brilliant setup from NONGSHIM, diverting those prowlers so Francis doesn't have to deal with it. Then he just goes for the big shot and hits.
Now the reposition in the mid, the spot on the one, the gate crash out to safety. Spike collected. Right, that's been spotted, has been worked lower. Jinggg, nice solid shutdown on the Dambi on the slide, but Xross is right there playing alongside the Neon. Now it is just as Devi gets closer and closer, trying to play an Xross, but I don't even know if he needs the assist. It's from the corner.
They knew this defender side would be better. Here we go, convergent pass in, Nightfall in. Goodbye.
Finding one convergent pass, finding the other, push forward into the smoke, and something's able to find Ivy. Dambi still alive here on the site, sliding forward, trying to hold this door as much as he possibly can, but he just cannot. Gets flushed out, PRX. They commit the ults, they go quickly. They catch NONGSHIM by surprise. Nothing more for Francis to do to try to escape. Something on the approach will have him obviously out. Can join back in very quickly as the Neon. He does have that overdrive. But Francis, he had never moved, so Forsaken, it's an obvious place for him to check. Immediately finds the kill. Steel Garden will just keep them zoned back, stop them from flooding forward for a little bit longer. Well, Paranoia does connect on the 4. Forsaken says, I don't need vision to send out this pet. And something, gonna find one, RB with 2.
Down A.
Player advantage, however, now gonna be equalized as Ivy. Leads up a kill on to invy, lobs in that bite. Looking for some damage, gets a bit there. Spam continues, Xross forward!
Incredible from NONGSHIM. A great read early here by PRX. They get into the site, they shut Dambi down. It's a 5v3, but RB on the outside of the pit finds 2 huge kills, and it's Xross again.
That's the cover of that smoke though. And now we'll slide back across, swing the corner, finds one, Forsaken dead, looks for a hell of a lot more, and something down low, finished! Weapon scooped up, Dambi out like a thief in the night. Says thank you very much for the Vandal. And now PRX stranded, corralled in mid. Jinggg swooping forward to his death. Francis is there, swapping positions as it is just Devi left. Finds a second, it would have to be an ace clutch. Turns back, RB. The next one to take the fight, Devi able to win it out. Here's the approach, but the time is getting away from him. 11 seconds remaining.
10 seconds left.
And Ivy now arriving at backside the lob in on the snake bite. Devi nearly dead. And the round is over, the map is gone!
On split. Early deep one way and a kill for Francis.
Hell of a peek. Something dead on the floor to start off this round. Francis wants a little bit more, but Forsaken will be able to shut him down. Xross, however, with the trade up and out of Devi with the trade back, and then Dambi gets involved as well. Suddenly a 3v2. Forsaken down to 30.
If you get some of those backline players to be fearsome, accurate, in control. It doesn't need to be the Dambi show all the time with this squad. Tuck in. Judge is there.
A wide swing could be his undoing, but still has got to be able to find something in the back. But Ivy finding two in the front. invy and Jinggg both eliminated. The snake bite layered forward. Trying to scale, stop them from collecting this spike and stop them. He has Ivy. 3K, potentially a fourth as it's just Divide. What a twist, what a turn of events so far here. That C's did connect. Divide just staying tucked away, but then Ivy finds him.
You can see the one in Francis's hands. Jinggg.
Ivy with that pre-fire is able to find Jinggg, but okay, off screen. Dambi gonna be struck down. Jinggg does eventually fall. Duelist down on either side. Yoru's still yet in the mix as there's the spot out in invy. Quick to collect the kill.
For about a minute.
Paranoia connecting, Xross. Lobbing in that haunt, but it gets cleared, but RB catches a glimpse, and that's more than enough for him to dispatch Forsaken. Approach from invy here from behind, but his teammates down on the side, losing their lives. Suddenly he's the last one standing. Finds the first, drops down. Sees the in position, the time getting away from him. I have to imagine it's even worse back in the coaching booth.
Oh.
As Alex has to assess when and should. I call that second time out.
I mean, they're maneuvering on the map really nicely.
On Francis's position, makes his exit with that gate crash and does send him quite far away.
Whoa, this is so risky.
Something on the walk-in now going to be spotted. Tagged up a bit. Slots forward behind the boxes. invy pushing forward, is able to find Xross. Francis, however, strikes him down. The spike now on the floor, but something down below. Is able to find the first, but he cannot get the transition. Francis still alive, still kicking. Still fighting to the nail, but now a 3v3. NONGSHIM
Spike planted.
needing the retake.
This showstopper has to be good for PRX. There's an overdrive for Dambi.
No more gate crashes. No easy exit for a sniper and Forsaken. He's just missing a timing on that. He's going to try to scale forward, try to find that punish. Had he continued pre-firing the angle, might have been rewarded with a kill, but now instead he's going to be eliminated. Jinggg will be able to find Dambi, but now Ivy strikes in from garage. The time starting to tick. Jinggg, can he play this out? Finds the first. Ivy dead. Another paint shell lobbed in. That should be the round secure.
At least for a bit.
Oh, well. Yeah, you're going to be playing those ranges. Paranoia is not going to be enough to dissuade Dambi. Jinggg, the hero of the previous, now gone off the rip, but this time Forsaken. Able to secure the kill when he has somebody dead to right. Right of the rope from Dambi, keeping it quiet. Sliding forward, looking for the backstab with that Judge. Meanwhile, a little leg shot there, and Dambi, he has just stormed the front. Forsaken and something both gone. The spike still a world away. Meanwhile, Francis cleans up the kill on the invy. Finishes.
Swapped over to the Vandal. Is this going to be anything for Divide? No.
Not at all.
Go again. Sees connects, but PRX just too scared.
Yeah, there's nothing to dissuade. Prowler now will get cleared. You hear that Outlaw, he's looking for the angle, and Francis will get punished. A massive overstep, perhaps some complacency and misplaced confidence. He ends up getting punished, and now has opened the door for PRX to potentially find their second round win. They need every single one that they can possibly get. Divide on that late linger. Hearing the bound across from Dambi. Relays that to the team, lets them know that he is coming. The Xross now gone. Dambi on the corner. The Judge still ringing out, still taking lives, but Divide now arriving in heaven. Comes to the rescue. And it is just RP now remaining. Finds the first.
Try to suss out these positions. That high-low is brutal.
Just trap after trap set up by NONGSHIM. PRX just following the trail of breadcrumbs to their demise.
Anyone going to be watching their back. Okay.
Here comes the flood. The haunt out. The overwhelm is found. Forsaken trying to TP around. And Francis again kind of misplaying it as Forsaken suddenly they're in with a shout. A site completely opened up. He TPs over the screens. Sticks that one. The rest of the team still a ways away. Still plenty of time to work with. Should RB turn back, ride that rope and peek in. Might have been able to find a catch, interrupt them, but now PRX had a very real opportunity. Forsaken both down low, 57 health between the two of them. A pit, however, available. They might just have to commit that in to this post plant. The drop down, Ivy looking for that punish. But the spike makes its way over onto the site.
Spike planted.
For now, it seems like they favor their numbers. They like their chances. So the pit going to be saved for the last round, but now Forsaken gone. Lowest HP member eliminated, but Devi holds his own. Ivy dead at the elbow. And now it is just RB. Trying to assess where Jinggg could possibly be now. Spots as well. Trying to counteract the pivot. They're just going to go crunching into A main. Showstopper going to be drawn out. RB, however, striking first. Something dead. The push forward. Jinggg looking for a target. Lobs him beneath his feet. And Dambi zaps him out of the sky. Finds the follow-up. That accuracy that he was putting on display just a mere few days ago. Devi, however, will find a clean one. It's RB dead. Spike recovered, something still fishing for it, looking for it, but managed to slide away. Now escorting that spike over to the A site, which has been opened up. It's Forsaken fell.
30 seconds left.
Omenless here. Both sides. The post plant, the retake. And now invy gone as well. Divide a challenge and to win it. Another belter of a shot from the Sultan. It needs so much more. Something caught. Dropping down to his death. 6 feet under. Jinggg now dancing around elbow. It's just over.
They're gonna prove fruitful anyway.
Swing the corner and Ivy finding invy. The judge just not hitting at all. Walls falling, the spot out onto something. It will just be the two players going their separate ways. As Ivy tucks back, watching for that potential flank that will not come through. Clone to the corner, the poison orb delaying this approach down ramp. Being held at bay as Ivy is right here on the corner. The push forward into the second, into the fourth. Ivy absolutely decimating. And now looking for an ace.
You know where he's at.
Stuck here around the corner. They're going to try to play him in. The shot's ringing out. Looking for the swing, and Ivy will have it! His first global stage, his first grand final! And he has got an ace to take NONGSHIM up to map point!
This is disgusting work from Ivy. Tucks into the corner, and by the time PRX realizes
who's just not been able to find his form, not been able to find his groove, and that is going to continue. Just cannot catch a break. Can't buy a kill at this point. Ivy will fall. Decent fight back here from PRX. Do not want this map to come to an end, who do not want for NONGSHIM to get that 2-0 lead, to put them in the position where... RB still wanting to try to make this painful, but he won't be able to. Devi able to hold his own. About to have an old boy style fight here in the hallway, but it doesn't last very long.
Jinggg and Devi trying to play off of each other. Goes Dambi.
Paranoia across. Dambi needing to turn back, but it will be Francis at that second layer to come to the rescue. Now Jinggg gone. Xross finds Forsaken. And in the blink of an eye, there's just two members of PRX left standing. Invy and something to try to work a miracle. As the pit blooms and it cycles them into one singular position. Just an alley approach available. Francis still willing to fight forward. The swing in, he finds the first, invy will fall. In the back, Francis now striking, finding the first. Jinggg taking down, some damage in reply, but the kill not yet found. Quick refract back, a pop flash. Francis looking for a little bit more, but it's going to be Dambi to find Forsaken. Something now gone. Invy only able to find the one. Devi scratching his head and wondering what the hell happened. Finds one. RB down to a single tap. A stiff breeze would kill off this Omen, but Xross and Ivy both very full on health. Francis again looking for that headshot. Unable to find it here, but Dambi catching Forsaken as he just goes double dashing up over the top. Trade back. Francis gone. Devi giving up that position, that flank into mid. As the pings come down, they have him noted. Ivy going on a walkabout to see if he can try to intercept anyone. That gate crash gets taken by something. Might just be absolutely screwed. No, Devi out from window, able to have the covering fire, keeps him protected.
He's been so stalwart for them today. Jinggg again, big as well. Saw this on Corrode, but
Clear the camera. Dambi trying to find an opener. Just to give the angles. Double dash, Forsaken working his way closer. Ping revealed. Spotted out. Some stray shots connecting on to invy, put him down to 70, but still going to be standing, still able to fight. Devi, the one disconnected off site, unable to utilize the steel garden from this position, and now Francis and Ivy one apiece. It's Francis being corralled from the side, but Ivy has the covering fire, keeps the Euro in the mix, and he fights forward to find something. Paranoia now on to Devi.
Send in Forsaken to try to hold down mid.
Here.
Francis again, going on the steep walk. Ping is there, and Forsaken outdone. Caught completely by surprise. Meanwhile, Dambi, a clean one tap to find something there in window. And Francis is just gone completely unnoted. They've given up this space. The PRX are so frazzled, they're so scattered, that they just cannot keep track. Jinggg able to find the double pump. Francis dead, but now he is all alone. The dash forward, the saturate.
Right here, right now with these ults.
Dambi's just taking space, but will get shut down. Jinggg is strafing into that smoke, able to find, but Francis still finds the time to take out something.
He's dialed in. He's feeling it on this map, that's for sure.
One hell of a heater. Forsaken now, able to find one as he does fall. Invy similarly. Jinggg setting up that paranoia.
Whoa!
And Xross just holds down M1. He anticipates his movements, and he finds him blind. The drone uncleared. Invy through double approach from main. Recon shocks all available. Invy looking for the first, but he's the one eating the damage. Tucks back away from the recon. RP ready to swing, and Invy manages to strike. The regen shield pushing him back up, reinforcing his health. The Virgin Path's going to be sent over towards tower. No one at home. Dash in, Forsaken, dead. RP finds him. That might have even been before the cam reveal. I think he just caught him. Clone going to be found now. Backpedal Ivy frantically trying to get away, but Xross with that Hunter Sphere, he's able to find a second. Invy and Jinggg both gone. Something doubles up the kills. Running just the one shot, but the spike still needs to be recovered. The drone to check forward, doesn't clear the corner. And it's just a hair off. He's just right above the head. Something cannot find Xross. He picks up another 3 kills.
Forsaken on this waylay. Dashes in.
Oh, what a read. What a read! Ivy just drops down, finds a neural theft. Invy's position now noted. Just settling a 1-for-1. Convergent path's going to be invested. Forsaken going to be caught by that one. Makes it around the corner out to safety, but Xross still is able to find something on the exit. And all the while, the spike has never gotten planted. As Devi completely surrounded.
Cap to their coaching staff.
All right, now glass cannon for Devi. Fairly empty B site. The crunch attempt from NONGSHIM ends up being a misread. PRX, a window to get this spike planted. Pop flash going to be sent down. Ivy going to be taken down, and now suddenly PRX looking decisive in this round. As Xross unable to find a follow-up, and that leaves just Dambi. A 1v4, the opportunity to get the jump. Eventually won't find these reads. The last 2 rounds work their way forward into these emptier sites. RB still here at tower. And NONGSHIM are very quick to rotate and get into position. Shock dart just a hair off. That one will get a touch of damage on the invy. Looks to try to zone them back. Paranoia at the ready, the wall gonna be tripped. Devi getting the spot on a Francis. Quick little exit on that gate, crashes. Dambi diving forward, landing right in behind invy. It takes Xross to find two, but Forsaken Devi, one apiece in response. 3v3 of the post plant, RB off to a wider angle. They're not spamming him. Xross on the counter spam has it, and they just hold the defuse.
Francis, Ivy might be the one to try to counter this Forsaken lurk. Might have missed the timing though.
He'll be able to spot the head, finds the shot. Begin their own. Francis still here. Base now doubled up. Forsaken will be able to find another. 3v5, NONGSHIM bringing the spike across, ready to get the plant, but PRX are in pole position. The flood retake. Oh, Dambi now down. Xross able to find one, continuing to try to do wonders here for the team. Finds the second, looks for that third. He takes him so very low.
That dart though doesn't clear him.
Something able to find the first shot, cannot connect with this. Just waiting for this push. Ivy would love to have him swing into him. Barrel stuff with that bandit. Devi might just be giving him that opportunity, and he has. Ivy has the kill, and now the Spectre in hand. Francis still hovering around A main as Forsaken.
Oh!
He ends up getting red! Played it too patiently, and Xross cleans him up with the classic. Suddenly NONGSHIM, the player advantage, the plant to come through. Francis potentially getting caught. Spot on the Jinggg. Looks over in towards the window. Something also there, but Ivy still fighting. That Spectre put to good use. Francis fighting his way out of a corner. Jinggg gone. And suddenly there is just nothing more for something to do. They will not give him the chance. They will not.
Just got these guys on another level, on another planet.
We're fracked out. Dambi not going to be suffering that much damage. Just down at 79. Is now the Hunter's Fury opened up. Forsaken eliminated RB's hand, but Devi with a nice shot will be able to find Ivy. Quick little pause. Not exactly where you wanted to go. But this ended up just being a brilliant fake. Either way, Dambi finding invy, something gone. Devi eliminated. Jinggg, the last one standing, saturated, dead. Dambi had.
Now something pulls, or excuse me, Forsaken pulls away.
He's still going to be able to find one. Jinggg eventually putting him down, but not before also suffering heavy damage. Something now eliminated, and it feels like this series, this final is coming to an end. Francis takes out Devi. This is just Jinggg, now Forsaken, blinded up, hunted down, and killed. 13-3, 3-0. PRX have gone extinct, fossilized, turning to oil beneath NONGSHIM's feet. 938 days since that man in the middle was on a global stage. And now he lifts the trophy aloft. A squad to look forward to seeing at many more events in the future. It's still a ways away, but you have to assume that London is already on their minds.
Oh yes, 100% this team looks locked in, looks prepared, and just again, the depth is incredible.
Well, let's send it to Melina and hear from NONGSHIM.